turned 21, and now here he is looking to become the youngest winner in Ultimate Fighter history.
UFC 224's co-main event will feature the return of fast-rising middleweight Kelvin Gastelum.
He just rocked Uriah Hall, backed him up.
Who won the Ultimate Fighter Season 17 middleweight tournament. As a welterweight under
视频前的你，如果在男性持久力、勃起硬度等方面不满意，现在就加郭老师微信358-163-379，让郭老师帮助你持久坚挺，延时20到40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，增强夫妻性生活，28天彻底告别快男软男，做回自信的自己。记住微信358-163-379。
From the moment he won the Ultimate Fighter, has shown nothing but championship quality potential. Unbelievable! How fast was that rear naked choke?
But Gastelum's tear through the 170-pound division
He hurt him! He hurt him!
was halted by now reigning champion Tyron Woodley in a razor-thin split decision.
Well, my career hasn't played out exactly the way I expected it. I remember thinking, oh, John Jones won his belt at 23. I'm going to try and break that record. I wanted to be the youngest champion.
Grabbing some of our training tools to get this workout in. Here we go.
But, I also believe it's part of a bigger plan. I feel like all these things happen for a reason, and it's led me to where I am now.
People always think they're savage. Do you know what a savage is? A savage maims and kills, hunts and takes what it believes belongs to them. Let's be real savages. Over and over and dismantle anything that's trying to stop us from accomplishing our dream. This is the stuff where no one's applauding you. Go. This is the stuff that these people don't see. Speed, KG. The sacrifice that you put into this, they say comes natural to you. It ain't natural. Fire up. It's not natural to punish yourself like this. Now, fast. Bang, 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 bang. It's a choice. Down an inch.
Gastelum's narrow defeat to Woodley did not shake his confidence.
Kelvin Gastelum is by no means a gimme fight for anyone at 185 pounds.
As he moved up in weight to 185 pounds and began another commanding run towards the title.
Oh, man, he looks good.
Kelvin evolves and matures every fight. You can see his boxing, you can see his footwork, his angles, and his overall combat IQ. It elevates from fight to fight. That's what makes him a future champion. 3. Your ability to push through pain is the greatest gift that you have as an athlete. It's what makes you who you are. Do you want to be world champion? If you believe that that is your destiny, if you believe that that is your will.
Oh, Kelvin Gastelum with the biggest win of his career.
And no man can take what you believe belongs to you.
I haven't even shown 50% of my potential inside that octagon.
Big ones, big ones, big ones.
I feel like I'm just starting, and I feel like I can be the best middleweight in the world.
Another rapid climb to the top found Gastelum in Shanghai last November, where he would face former champion Michael Bisping in the count's first headliner since losing the belt.
Oh, Bisping is out!
Every single middleweight has to be on notice now, because in any second of the fight, Kelvin Gastelum could steal your consciousness away.
I need more! Now! Good job, recover. That was great. I want to know if you want an extra one. Thank you. You passed the final test.
Gastelum is closer to his goal than ever before.
Good, Kelvin. Let's go, bull.
But the number 2 ranked middleweight in the world stands in his way.
Let's go!
And although Jacare Souza's bout with Gastelum on May 12th marks the 5th time he gets to perform in front of his fellow Brazilians as a UFC middleweight. A training camp takes place in his newfound American home.
O Brasil é país lindo, maravilhoso. Morava no Rio de Janeiro, cidade maravilhosa. Tava muito bom lá no Rio de Janeiro, mas a gente resolveu mudar. E conversando com a minha esposa, a gente decidiu morar aqui porque é um país que a gente gosta muito. A gente sempre vinha passar férias aqui. A gente gostava muito da Califórnia. Mas a gente decidiu morar aqui em Orlando pelo clima, né? É um clima muito parecido com o clima do Brasil. Minha esposa gosta bastante também, eu gosto muito. Arrumei uma excelente equipe de treinamento.
Most fighters who relocate to Florida end up in its southern region, where there is an abundance of elite teams. But while Jacare made the less common choice to settle in Orlando, he did not sacrifice the quality of his training.
In Central Florida, we have an array of coaches and people that come train with us, and Fusion XL is the hot spot. When Jacare came, he knew, at that level, he knows what a good camp is, and he knows what good trainers are.
Jeff. He comes to us, and everybody's wondering who we are, you know, what we bring to the table, but we've been kind of dominating Florida for a while. To me, it's like a good fit for him because it's a little different from what he's used to. So we train different ways, different aspects, and different things that we constantly mix it up. Paint him and freeze him, paint him and freeze. Nice. Put him on his heel, press a little bit.
What can you really show and teach Jacare, who's already a world champion?
Cut the cage.
What he's done, the guys he beat, but his ability to want to learn still and to take every information that we give him is amazing.
Jacare's continuing thirst for knowledge could be frightening for future opponents, especially considering the punishment he's dealt adversaries of the past. The 10-time grappling world champion earned a Strikeforce title before putting his devastating skills on display in the octagon.
Jacare Souza, a lot of people believe this is the best 185-pound mixed martial arts athlete on the planet. Oh, huge shots raining down from Jacare.
When you look at Jacare, some people are just built to fight. And you look at this guillotine here for Jacare, that is very tight. This guy's an absolute beast.
Dos melhores atletas de jiu-jitsu que fez a transição pro MMA.
He is just on a different level in terms of jiu-jitsu, and he applies it to mixed martial arts better than about anybody in his entire game.
Quando eu tô entrando pra lutar, eu entro relaxando, entendeu? Porque eu sei que quando entrar dentro do octógono, eu posso controlar tudo.
Once he gets to an established position, it's very difficult to shake him off.
Jacare continues to show his evolution. Jacare Souza!
Caught the leg kick. There's the takedown. It's just effortless, man. It's just effortless.
I mean, he really did clamp down on that arm like the jaws of an alligator.
Jacare has never lost a UFC fight in Brazil.
Finish strong.
And plans to continue the trend by dominating Kelvin Gastelum back home.
O Kelvin, ele é muito rápido para a divisão dos pesos médios, né? Eu sou bem maior que ele. Ele pode ser duro, ele pode ter uma boa defesa de queda, mas ele não vai escapar das minhas quedas e do meu jiu-jitsu. Eu vou finalizá-lo.
The winner of UFC 224's co-main event bout between Kelvin Gastelum and Jacare Souza may very well be contending for the title in the next fight. And for the Brazilian whose last career defeat came against the reigning champion, a torn pectoral muscle from the hard-fought contest forced Jacare to reconsider his fighting future.
Após a minha derrota Schwirek, eu tive vontade de parar pela lesão, né? Não foi pela derrota, foi pela lesão. O que me acendeu essa vontade de parar foi quando eu tava quase voltando a querer treinar, eu tive apêndice, né? Então foi um golpe muito duro pra mim. Foi muita coisa acontecendo, eu fiquei muito gordo. Então quando eu fui correr, eu só corri 2 minutos.
Jacare is back to full strength, but the road to recovery was made possible by an added presence during rehabilitation.
Nos momentos mais difíceis a gente vê quem tá do nosso lado de verdade, né?
All right, cancel 3. 1, 2, 3.
E nesse meu momento, a minha esposa foi um pilar pra mim, né?
aconteceu muitas coisas, depois de muitas lesões que ele vinha sofrendo, ele ficou muito tempo parado, isso estressou ele muito, porque ele é muito ativo.
Estava no hospital, ela ia todos os dias no hospital me ajudar, eu precisava de ajuda até para tomar banho, né? Bastante dor.
Só que depois veio a chance de lutar novamente. Foi uma alegria, eu até falei pra ele, olha, o meu presente é essa vitória, hein? E ele agarrou essa chance e falou, não, eu vou lá e vou vencer.
Well, they are all on their feet here in Charlotte as one of their own. Wilmington, North Carolina's Derek Brunson makes the jog to the octagon for the biggest fight of his career.
Although he battled tremendous physical adversity, Jacare's return to the octagon was just 9 months after his fight with Whitaker for a high-stakes rematch in the Queen City.
The Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend, Jacare Souza, tries to mute the masses in North Carolina.
It's pretty impressive to have 13 fights in the UFC and never be taken down in this division. Ooh, and there's that counter right that got him the first time.
There we go, there we go.
Nice takedown attempt by Jacare and sick whizzer by Brunson.
Press it, press it.
Pretty good combination from Brunson. Souza doing a nice job again, keeping that right hand up. Head kick for Souza.
Go. And he goes for a left hook to finish him. That is it. They stop it.
Jacare Souza back in a big way tonight.
Só dei valor a quem merecia, né, naquele momento ali da minha vitória.
I love my wife. Larissa, I love you. Thanks for everything.
Eu tô aí firme e forte. Eu agradeço muito a minha esposa.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event winner, Jacare Souza.
Jacare's UFC 224 opponent, Calvin Gastelum, attributes much of his recent success to the tutelage of Master Rafael Cordeiro, a legendary trainer who came of age in the renowned Shootbox Academy in Brazil, alongside future MMA superstars and UFC champions.
I started my career as a fighter, and as soon as I stopped training, I stopped to compete, I started teaching just for guys like Vanderlei, Maurício Shogun Rua, Fabrício Verdun, Rafael dos Anjos.
We're gonna put on time for you guys 5 minutes. So as soon as finish 5 minutes, switch person.
Since coming to America 10 years ago, Cordeiro has meticulously assembled a roster of UFC staples under the King's MMA banner.
I know he doesn't take everybody, but I was really happy that he brought me in, and it kind of made me feel like almost one of his sons, you know?
Double jab across the cross. Hey, hey. Double hook. Hey.
I've been to a lot of places, I've been to a lot of camps, and I've been around a lot of coaches, and Cordeiro brings something special to the table.
Oi. Cross double jab kick. Oi. Hey. Oi.
You feed off of him. You feed off his emotion. You feed off his energy in practice and during a fight.
One touch, though. One touch. Boom. Bingo. Double hook across the cross.
The pair readies for a UFC 224 showdown against one of the division's most dangerous contenders when they go to battle with Jacare Souza on May 12th.
The key for the victory is going to be speed. And I believe Kelvin has more speed. He's going to put a lot of pressure. In the end of the night, he can bring a beautiful KO.
UFC middleweight Kelvin Gastelum's permanent move to SoCal 3 years ago was prompted by a warm welcome from former heavyweight champion Fabricio Verdun at his budding super camp, King's MMA.
I remember reading one time you go where you're celebrated and not tolerated, and I kind of felt like this place is where I'm celebrated. I love the environment here, you know?
So for now, I want to see just jab and then low kick. You block your low kick. So jab, low kick. And then everything we're gonna do back and forward.
Kelvin is like a little brother, you know, and his mind is very strong. I think for that, you know, I'm a cool guy, you know. Everybody's good with him, he's a nice guy, blah, blah. But when he goes inside the octagon, it's a big difference.
My hair gets in my face.
A lot of guys are beasts in the gym, but when it comes to the fight, they don't know how to put it all together. You just got to raise it up a level, and I put it all together for fight night.
No matter how Gastelum transfers practice into performance, it's clearly working. But another tough test lies ahead. A fourth consecutive bout with a former champion, number 2 ranked Jacare Souza.
Every fight is with the title in mind. I keep getting these higher and higher ranked opponents. Right now, my concentration is on Jacare. He's dangerous. But if I beat the number 2 guy, I want that title fight.
For a 31-fight veteran like Jacare, training at the highest level is a lifestyle. Any drills conducted during fight camp must be grueling.
This is you, Jacare. You get the good one.
Thank you.
To match the intensity that will be experienced in the octagon.
We usually average like 25 to 35 miles. It's rough, it's clay, it gets bumpy, there's divots. You gotta pay attention, to the wildlife. It's a good ride. It gets very real.
Facing adversity is part of the fight game. And those challenges don't become easier for fighters entering the twilight of their career. But Jacare sees nothing but another title run ahead.
Ver essa galera nova fazendo boas lutas, ganhando muitas lutas, é bom, porque é uma renovação pro esporte, né? Daqui a um tempo eu vou estar parando, né? E eles vão ficar aí. Mas eu tô bem fisicamente, né? E eu tô feliz. E quando eu tô feliz, ninguém me ganha. Entendeu? Ninguém vai me ganhar.
With UFC 224 on the horizon, the legendary Jiu-Jitsu world champion is primed to showcase his skills once again against an equally well-prepared rising star.
One of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners to ever fight in this octagon.
The level of technique is just so high with Jacare.
Gastelum he's on a roll, and he's so skilled. But Jacare is powerful.
Oh! Huge right from Jacare!
Oh, look at that. He's going for the arm.
It does not take long. Wow! He's the bigger, stronger, more accomplished fighter and grappler. But I feel like my spirit and my heart is going to be bigger than his that night.
Kelvin's just better at mixing things up. You think he's going to punch and kick. Oh, head kick!
Com certeza, uma vitória sobre Kelvin Gastelum me credencia para lutar pelo cinturão peso médio do UFC.
May 12th, I'm going to solidify myself as the #1 contender in the world.
The top 5 middleweight matchup will precede the night's championship headliner, where homegrown title holder Amanda Nunes puts her bantamweight belt in the line.
Devastating victory by Nunes
against hungry challenger Raquel Pennington.
I still haven't found the right words to explain what winning the world title would mean to me.
Well, there's certainly no lack of belief in Raquel Pennington's mind.
But what would make that win more exciting to beat her in her home country?
For sure, I'm gonna get it this win, no doubt. And still,
the future is bright for the winners of UFC 224, and their fates will be determined on May 12th in Rio.